Hi, my name is Peter Parker.
This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer into Reaction. What I'm looking at today is the official trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I want to say No Way Home so bad for some reason. And I was kind of thinking, remember when everyone was talking about superhero fatigue? That's interesting because Spider-Man Brand New Day is the third Spider-Man movie made by Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures. And when I say made by Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures, I mean made by Marvel Studios. Sony has essentially allowed Marvel to use the character and they have input into the producing process. But this is a Marvel film. And I think No Way Home made $1 billion. Deadpool and Wolverine, I think, made at least $1 billion. So, where's the superhero fatigue? What it is that people don't like mediocre movies. It's like I've always said, you make a good movie, people will want to see it. If you make something that's mediocre, people won't. All the Marvel Spider-Man movies have been pretty good by my reckoning, and I don't expect Brand New Day to change that. Spider-Man Brand New Day is directed by Dustin Daniel Cretton, who also directed the Shang-Chi, as well as co-wrote, I think he directed some episodes, I don't recall off the top of my head, Wonder Man on Disney Plus, which is really, really good. What I think is one of Dustin Daniel Cretton's strengths is that he didn't come from directing huge spectacles. He directed relatively small films, and he was introduced into the Marvel Studios system with Shang-Chi, and he seems to be really flourishing there. I expect Spider-Man Brand New Day to be huge, and it will go to prove that superhero fatigue is a myth. There's no such thing. It also introduces some new characters, such as the Scorpion, the Tarantula, the Punisher is supposed to be in it, the Hulk is in it. This is going to be huge. Unless something bizarre and out of the ordinary happens, I expect this movie to earn at least somewhere in the ballpark of $1 billion. Which doesn't make it good, but it's a sign, at the very least, that, as I said, there is no superhero fatigue. In any case, let's look at the official trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day.
I can't believe our first hit MIT!
That's an interesting shot.
Come on, pretend like you're not the happiest you've ever been in your entire life.
I can't.
I knew it!
Hi, my name is Peter Parker. You don't remember me, but we used to know each other. Something bad was going to happen, and the only way to stop it was to make everyone forget about me. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
What the hell, Frank? You just hit me with a van!
Put your whip in.
Suit yourself.
Go home!
And sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard thing, even if it breaks Peter Parker's heart. What is happening to me? Oh, God. Excuse me, Dr. Banner. I need your help.
What did you say your name was? If DNA is mutating, it could be enormously dangerous.
Spiders have 3 life cycles. When between cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats.
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see.
Stay out of my way.
Scorpion.
You're losing it, kid.
And for those spiders who make it through, it amounts to a kind of rebirth.
Nice flowers.
Oh, they're, a housewarming gift.
I'm MJ.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
Friendly neighbor.
Well, that was the official trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and it looks awesome. And I think what makes it work so well as a trailer, and what I suspect the movie will do as well, is that, as I mentioned earlier, Dustin Daniel Cretton is not a spectacle director, in a sense that he's not Michael Bay. And I say that because relationships matter. Relationships between people matter to him in his films. And so that's going to be what Spider-Man Brand New Day is about. The relationship between him and those other characters. And that, I think, is what's going to be at the heart of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Relationships. Spider-Man trying to reignite friendships with the people who have forgotten about him. The important people in his life, such as MJ and the guy in the chair, whose name eludes me at the moment. In any case, I think it's going to be really good. As I said earlier, it's going to be huge. And I don't know why Warner Bros. Would release Dune Part 3 at the same time as this. I think there's space for both movies to do well, but seeing that both are very fantastical in nature, I'm pretty positive Dune will not do as well. I'm not going to say it's going to flop, because I don't think that's the case, though it's worth mentioning that none of the Dune films were particularly huge. As far as I'm aware, they made money, but it wasn't Spider-Man huge. In any case, what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer into Reaction. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like, follow, or buy me a coffee.